Shalom. Kohalam, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah, Kwadash. Peace and blessings to the elders apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim, putting on as the elect, striving for perfection and that crown of righteousness. Shalom. This is your brother Kassad out of Great Millstone, Austin, out of the branch of Houston. Coming to you with a lesson going into the word democracy. All right. It's a lot of democracy, democratic things being tossed around right now. Democratic parties. All right. A lot of the elite meeting up with each other. World Economic Forum. Things going on like that in this world, and they're discussing. They're basically discussing this truth. All right, because the truth goes against their democracy. All right, and we're gonna go into this word democracy because right quick. This word democracy basically goes into the word, or basically means dominion. All right. It's just a better way of saying it. This demon, Esau Edom, the Edomite, the self proclaimed white man that's running this world right now in wickedness and perversiveness and everything that's contrary to these scriptures, profane, which means outside of the temple. We're going to get this definition of that, but he's running this he's running this world to be in straight domination. All right, strict domination. All right, he wants you to be under his control and be okay with everything he does and everything he says, man. All right, which doesn't, if you were in school and they talked about democracy, that's something that they taught that it meant freedom and liberty, justice, equality, and things like that. In actuality, it's witchcraft and enchantment because it doesn't mean that at all. All right. So first of all, Esau Edom wants to set itself up as Yahweh, as a power. All right. He wants to set itself up to be in total control and submission. Okay. I mean, in total control and have everybody in submission to him. All right. And you can see that in the society in which we're living in. The way he needs you to do everything he tells you to do right away. And if you don't, there's consequence, man. There's repercussions, right? There's people in this world who are starving, barely making ends meet, man, while they're constantly sending money to a world over there in Ukraine, a war in Ukraine. All right. There's people who are paying taxes and doing what they said to do, and they're still not getting no type of help out here in this world. And it's a wicked empire, man. All right. This is a wicked place set up on wickedness. All right. So the word democracy goes into government by the people, system of government in which the sovereign power is vested in people, right? And that's a point right there. It says power is vested in the people. All right, it's a government by the people, so that means that the people are setting themselves up to be the government. All right, not the Lord. All right, they're not saying the Lord is Yahweh is the government. His ways is what we live by. All right, they're saying that the people are in rulership, man. All right, the people as a whole exercising power directly or by elected officials, a state so governed. All right, so far I've heard nothing about freedom, liberty, or justice. All right, all I've heard about democracy is something that is ran by people. All right, because Esau likes to use wordplay. All right, trickery, sorcery with these words, man. And you got to go into these words. All right, so this democracy, the second half of democracy is krasi. All right, and that's where they get the Greek word kratia. It means power, might, rule, sway power over, a power, authority. It means strength. All right, so these things once again goes into the word dominion. We're going to get this word dominion because dominion is straight to the point. They don't want to tell you that dominion etymology of the word is lordship, sovereign or supreme authority. Okay? Dominion, rule, power. All right? Lord, master, and it's from the pi root, dim, house or household. All right? So Esau Edom wants to rule and be the Lord and the master. That's why he wants to give everybody the charagma, which is the MOT to the B, So it can show his his ownership of you, you know, because he wants that dominion over you, man. Continuing on, it says, in law, power of control, right of controlled possession, right, use and disposal. It says a territory or people subject to a specific government or control. All right, so that's really what democracy stands for. All right, dominion. Okay, and this is what Esau Edom wants from you, man. And this is how he's set up, and this is how we understand that he is the damn devil the Bible speaks of, man. Because it'll say that he'll be ruling like this within the scriptures, man. All right, this is how he sets his government up, you know, through craft and trickery, you know, and we're gonna go into it. This is First Maccabees chapter 8. We'll start at 10. It says, and that they having knowledge thereof sent against them a certain captain, and fighting with them slew many of them, and carried away captives their wives and their children, and spoiled them, took possession of their lands, and pulled down their strongholds, and brought them to be their servants unto this day. It was told him besides how they destroyed and brought under their dominion all other kingdoms and isles that at any time resisted them. All right. And this is how Esau does. You don't go with Esau Edom's plans, rulership. All right. He's going to slay you. All right. And this is what he's done. This is why when January 6th happened, Maduro down in Brazil was saying that America is only undergoing what it's been doing to all the rest of the countries. You don't go with their plan, they're going to sack your country, man. All right. And this is what they've been doing in their rulership. So, and it states it right here inside these scriptures. I'm going to read it again. It said, it was told to him besides how they destroyed and brought under their dominion all other countries and isles that at any time resisted them, but with their friends and such as relied upon them, they kept enmity, and that they had conquered kingdoms both far and nigh, and so much as all that heard of their name were afraid of them. All right, so right now you got a lot of countries. Well, right now countries are not as afraid of them. All right, they're calling them out for who they are, which is the devil. All right, that witchcraft and enchantment is coming off of them because the truth is being established on earth, man. All right, the men of the Lord are on the highways and byways speaking the truth about this devil who is Esau Edom. All right, this world is created is pushing forth wickedness, man. All right, and this right here is more proof and evidence that the Roman Empire is still alive and kicking today, because this is their government that they set up, and this is how they ruled, man. All right. Yet for all this is one. Let's keep going on this. It says, but with their friends and such as relied upon them, they kept enmity, that they had conquered kingdoms both far and nigh, and so much as all that heard of their name were afraid of them. Also that whom they would help to a kingdom, those reign, and whom again they displaced. Finally, that they were greatly exalted. So they put puppet kings inside of these places, is what that scripture goes into, man. All right, so they'll still be ruling even if they wasn't around. So yet for all this, none of them wore a crown or was clothed in purple to be magnified thereby. Moreover, how they had made for themselves a senate house, wherein 320 men sat and counseled daily, consulting away for the people, to the end they might be well ordered, and that they committed their government to one man every year. All right, it's the president, who ruled over all their country, and that all were obedient to that one, and that there was neither envy or emulation among them. So basically, that's the set up government that is in place right now. So you can't deny it. That's the, it's in these scriptures, and so the world in which we live, and the way Esau rules, is outside the temple. Let me get this definition right quick for the word profane. And basically means outside the temple, but it says relating or devoted to that which is not sacred. All right. Sacred goes into the word holy or biblical, secular rather than religious. All right. So it goes against Yahweh's laws. All right. What's written inside these scriptures. All right. That's just what this world is set up for. All right. And there's nothing new about that, because all throughout the history of the Bible, it shows that men having the seed of the wicked one always try to go against this. Yes, the Lord operates on the left hand and the right hand side, but it had to be wicked. The Lord's a balanced power, man. We have to see the wickedness, all right? And some of us had to be the wickedness to understand what wickedness is, man. All right? And we can understand how what being righteous is at the end of the day. But right quick to get that, this is Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. It says, the thing that has been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. And on the day to day, we are witnessing this. All right? We're witnessing that how none of this shit is new, man. Esau has been lying, since the beginning. He has been crafty and using witchcraft since the beginning. Okay? He has been jealous and envy and all manners of wicked since the beginning, man. And it's all manifesting right now in his times. He's being made bare. And that's a beautiful thing, man. But right quick, I'm going to jump into this account of Nimrod, right? Who was a son of Ham, who was a Cushite. All right. And he had the seed of the wicked one. He was wicked. All right. And he was prideful and wanted to exalt himself as God at the end of the day, man. All right. And basically it just goes into how, Genesis 11 and 1. It says, and the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. All right. So everybody was speaking the same, doing the same thing, in his rulership, under Nimrod's rulership. That's considered a world order. All right. And this is what Esau Edom wants. He wants everybody speaking the same lingo, doing the same shit. All right. Being okay with this, that, and the third. Right. So it says, and came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, go to let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. And they said, go to let us build us a city and a tower whose top may reach into heaven, and let us make us a name. So Nimrod wanted to exalt himself as a god in that day, man. He wanted to be worshipped. He wanted to be God. So lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower, which the children of men, once again, builded. And the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they began to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. So all manners of wickedness, they're in one accord, basically, doing all manners of wickedness, just doing whatever, thinking that they can exalt themselves as God and, anything that comes up. All right. And that's similar to the times that we're living in right now. These people just, anything that pops up inside their head, a man can have a baby. Oh, let's do it. Let's put a microchip in your brain. Let's do it. In a monkey's brain. Let's do it. There's no chill with these people. They trying to always push the boundaries, man. And that's that seed of the wicked one, trying to exalt himself to be God, man. Right? So basically it says, so the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of the earth, and they left off to build the city. But let me jump back into 7. It says, go to let us go down and there confound their language, that they might not understand one another's speech. So the Lord came and brought division amongst them with the tongue. So they did not understand each other. Right. And that's where you get the word babal. All right. Which means confusion, a sound of confusion. Okay. And you get the word Babylon, which is America, Babylon, America. All right. Which is no longer a mystery, is Babylon the Great. Okay. And right quick, this is Daniel 8 and 25. And through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hands, witchcraft, enchantments, right? And he shall magnify himself in his heart. So that's the pride. That's his ego. All right. And by peace shall destroy many. That's the democracy. All right. Which we know is to be in dominion. Destroy many. He shall also stand up against the princes of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. And the prince of princes is Yahweh Shai. All right. The righteous king when it comes down to it, man. And he's going to be broken without hand. And last but not least, this is Proverbs 16 and 12. All right. Because his dominion, Esau's dominion, is going to fall. All right. Because it's established in wickedness. All right. So Proverbs 16 and 12 said, it is an abomination to kings to commit wickedness, for the throne is established by righteousness. at the end of the day. So with that, the righteous rulers are soon to be back upon earth. All right. And I'm going to say shalom.